Hello, Texans. This is Dwayne Stovall, and I'm happy to be with you today on this beautiful day God gave us. It's a wonderfully sunny day here in the state of Texas. I'm out in His Majesty, and I just wanted to be a part of announcing that January the 3rd, 2021 will always be marked as the day the Texian Party began. About 6 months ago, 30 Texans from all over the state got together in an undisclosed location with a locked door during the mask mandate and the limited access to each other, the restricted numbers of people, the closure of private businesses by our illustrious governor. And we met and discussed for a few hours what options we may have, what mechanisms are available to us. And they're limited. I'm not going to lie to you, they're limited. But the fact of the matter is, we were a broad cross-section of Texas, from all points of Texas, all different backgrounds. And some of us were very long in history in the state of Texas. Some of us were relatively new. And we had varying views on a few things. But ultimately, like most Texans, we shared some core beliefs that have to do with limited government and private property and things like that. What we came up with was that in this day and time, really the only mechanism we have is to organize. And the best way to organize in this environment is by creating a new party here in Texas. Now, what was interesting about this group of people that are so varied is that one of the things everybody was so concerned about is kind of a core to the mission statement of this new party. And that is that Texas is a very individual state, and we have a very distinct cultural heritage and traditional moral value that made this state as great as it is. We believe, and I believe many of you out there will agree with me, that it's under attack, and that we're being taken down a pathway that's very destructive to our state, very destructive to our moral fabric, very destructive to families, very destructive to the property that you own or you wish you owned. We are of a mindset that most of you out there are on the same page. Texas has an extremely large majority of believers, of people who are, I hate to use the term conservative at heart, but in the real world of conservatism, meaning they want to conserve their independence, they conserve their liberty, conserve their rights, those types of things. I think we have such a large quantity of people here in Texas who agree with those things that we're so fractured by the two parties, and we're so sick to death of having one party basically get in our face and tell us they want to strip us of our property rights and they want to enslave us to bigger and bigger government, and the other party that basically tells us, oh, they're just like us, and they lie to us all day long, but then they work with the other team to enslave us and take our property rights and to grow the government. So I think we have to align ourselves and find a way to use the resources of the majority against those who have the wealth and media. It can happen. If we join together in a way that Texans can, we can make changes here in Texas that could be the salt and the light for the rest of the union. I'm not necessarily concerned with what the other states are doing. We have enough issues here in Texas to worry about. I would urge you to go to the TexianParty.com to roll this out starting today and running for the next 90 days. We're going to have a logo contest. We're putting it out all over the state. If you have somebody that's got some historical idea of what a logo should look like for a Texian Party, please have them enter. We're going to pay $1,000 to the winner, and we're paying 3 places deep, but we're looking for a freelance Texian-oriented logo that we can use for the new party. That we're going to use that for a way of engagement, but it gives us a chance to let people express themselves here in Texas in a way that everybody would agree with, and something that will draw attention to the party and be reflective of our purpose. Other than that, you know, if you go to the website, put your name and your information there. We're not asking for anything. We're just trying to get people aligned and bring them together in this day and time. I think that everything that's going on at the federal level, if it doesn't worry you, it should. And I think that as far as all the different options we have, this is basically the best one we have. The creation of the Texian Party will give us an opportunity to put like-minded Texans together. It'll allow us to show our abilities at the ballot box in November and not be dealing with the party structure that has killed us for so long. We're at a point now where, like Bastiat said, when the law goes against your moral principles, citizens are faced with the worst possible decision, and that is either going against their morals or disrespecting the law. And this is the direction we're going. Everything that is going on now through the government goes against the most fundamental principles of moral behavior. Everything is based in theft and destruction, and most Texans understand that in their core. So I would ask you to join with us. There's quite a few other people that are going to be putting messaging out there over the next few days and coming months, but we have basically a year and a half to accumulate a petition to fill slots in county positions for people who want to represent the Texian Party. And this is not a secession movement. This is absolutely about getting Texans together to protect the best interests of Texas. We're a member of the union. Let the union do what it does, but let Texas do what it does. And let's come together to get it done. I pray that this is what you feel like should be done, and that you're willing to get on board too. I see this as a really, really great opportunity. So thank you again for paying attention to what I'm saying, and hopefully you'll come to the table and we can get Texans aligned, and real Texans can make a difference in our state. Thank you, and God bless.